It's game day by the Bay.
Giants Dodgers program!
Yay!
There's a certain vibe here at AT&T Park. Pennant fever is running high. The Giants faithful are settling in for what they hope is a late season win. There's the fans,
Ice cream sandwiches!
the vendors, and then there's this guy. Meet Steve Hogan.
Ballpark organist.
A baseball tradition that has faded over the years is making a comeback. Hogan is one of a handful of musicians that play live music at major league ballparks. Yes, a real human playing music.
Absolutely love it. Always a big fan of live music.
You know, an organ goes hand in hand with baseball. It's one of the classic things that are great about this sport. It's like Cracker Jacks or hot dogs. For a true baseball enthusiast, there's nothing better.
This reunion was one for the record books.
200 started right about up in there. Like about a little past where that fire truck is.
Members of the 1968 Olympic track and field team were on hand in the High Sierra to dedicate a historical site commemorating Olympic excellence.
It was amazing to be here. It was probably as good as being at the Olympics.
Amazing might be an understatement. Carved out of the El Dorado National Forest at Echo Summit, a high-altitude training facility developed to give the U.S. team its best chance to compete against the world and survive Mexico City's elevation of 7,000 feet.
It brought us together as a team. And by being in this environment, you know, I think this brought us close as a family. And we trained. It wasn't no playing. It was about, we're going to show the world how great we were.
And the results were golden. Long since paved over, 4 world records were shattered at the Olympic trials held at this site. And it set the stage for athletic dominance by a team that many considered to be one of the best in Olympic track and field history.
3,000 apiece, 2 to 3,000 apiece. Copy that, and we have whatever you need.
Airmen from Travis's 9th Air Refueling Squadron were taking care of business today at 24,000 feet.
Primary focus when I fly, I focus on safety, and focus on moving the mission swiftly, and we make sure we do it with precision.
And precision is the key. This KC-10 aircraft is capable of refueling other aircraft mid-air. This is the KC-10's cargo bay, and just below my feet are 6 fuel tanks with 340,000 pounds of fuel. But the real action on today's mission is going on just down those stairs.
Copy that, 300 knots. Pirate is on their way. We'll be lowering the boom.
Flying at 310 knots, Staff Sergeant Michael Durham is about to connect his boom to a Thunderbird aircraft, pumping 7,000 pounds of fuel into the airshow jet.
KCRA 3's chief photographer Mike Rhinehart was at the memorial today and shows us how the memory of all CHP officers lives on.
Today is a day of reflection as we honor these heroes. It is also a day of appreciation to say thank you to all those who support the men and women of this organization and the loved ones left behind.
Each year, the CHP family gathers to pay respects to their fallen brothers and sisters, to honor them for their dedication and to the sacrifices they make.
I notice with deep appreciation how the California Highway Patrol not only serves the people but keeps the memory of its own members alive in a ceremony such as this.
Edwin Crook, Los Angeles.
Dale Newby, Stockton, July 17th.
One by one, volunteers read the 225 names of officers killed in the line of duty.
John Steele.
Fighting back her emotions, Sergeant Deborah Grady is here
Santa Ana, April
to represent 2 of her fallen colleagues. Sergeant John Steele, who died in a motorcycle crash in 1993, and Officer Don Burt, who was murdered while making a traffic stop in 1996.
They were both good friends. John was a mentor when I first came on, and I was kind of a mentor for Donnie when he was on, and he was taken way too soon. I think it's just something that you need to do, that you stand in place for those who can no longer stand for themselves, and it's what we do, it's who we are.
In West Sacramento, Mike Rhinehart, KCRA 3 News.